I can never remember how to perfectly format my citations.
All right, guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm the Sweetbro27. It's lovely to have you here. Let's see, we got Anthodora and Yowie so far chilling in the chat. Hope y'all are doing fantabulicious today. I'm exhausted. I recorded 3 YouTube videos today, edited 3, I think. I'm streaming now. I streamed yesterday until 1 in the morning. Took my car to the car shop and I couldn't get my car fixed, so that was a waste of a trip. So basically, I'm EP as fuck. But that is neither here nor there. It's time to stream. Time to have fun. Very good. Well, what did everyone do with their day? Everyone probably was back at work today because, you know, Labor Day was yesterday. Ironically, I had today off instead of Labor Day. Well, that sucks. Drive safe. Look both ways before you cross the street. Don't talk to strangers. Let's see, what other advice is there? Never give out your real information on the internet. Never tell anybody your passwords. Yeah, look at this. Oh, everyone, look at that, Yowie. Everyone's looking out for you. That's incredibly sweet. Also, hello, Mama Bear. But yeah, drive safe. So it's like 4 hours there and then 4 hours back. I have no choice but to talk to strangers. You could, like, yell at them instead. Because that saying never says anything about yelling at strangers. You'd be like, hey! What's up? Can I get a brewski? You know, like, you could do that. That'd blow up anybody's ears. Back till Monday at 3 to 4 a.m. Going to a rock music festival. That sounds fun. I've never even been to a concert before, so that sounds terrifying for my introverted ass, but I hope you could vibe and have a fucking awesome time. Is that Shy Lily as a shark? I'm gonna be looking out for them videos of Chris Motionless. I'm gonna be living through you. It's my first. I don't really care for crowds. They beg me so much, so I reluctantly am going. I feel that. I don't like crowds. I don't like people in general. Let alone when there's a bunch of people who are all being kind of stupid around you. I'm not the social butterfly I once was. So I feel that, but I don't know, try to make the best of it. You can have fun. I mean, I hate concerts for crowds, but I love them for the band. See, well, just like, I'm trying to think, what's something you could do to make people, like, stay really far away from you? So on your waist, get 2 separate yardsticks, alright? Fasten them to either side of your hip so that they just, like, dangle. And then no one can get within a 3-foot radius of you, and if they get in front of you, just sharply do a 90-degree turn and then slap them in the waist with the broad side of your yardstick. And I think people would catch on pretty quick that they need to get out of your bubble. Like, metalheads are so sweet. Yeah, again, I've never been to a concert, so I can't relate. Hello, Floyd. Hope you're doing quite alright on this fine evening. Well, so they will be checking every person, car and bag, so I can bring anything that they deem unsafe, including sticks. Can't even bring my taser or mace for protection. Okay, that's kind of sketchy. I mean, I understand why they don't want people, like, causing trouble, but at the same time, people have a right to, like, protect themselves at the same time. So that's a little bit sketch, but do I understand why that doesn't affect? Yeah. Do I necessarily agree with it? Nah, that's hella sus. So be extra safe then. There's a gnat in my room. Holy shit, I caught it. That was rad. Oh, bottles have to be clear. Yeah, so just so they can, like, see what you got, I guess. It's a festival. When I win it. I mean, all I'm gonna say is Astro World. That was a really bad travesty. So, I don't know how. I guess I probably just paint a bad image in my brain, but not the greatest thing out there. Also, Antha, do you want to know how many YouTube views your video has? Have you checked? It's gone up by a lot. Take a guess. Take a guess for the views, the likes, and the comments. Take a guess. You better not be checking YouTube right now to see what it is. 1,300 likes and 20 comments. Okay, a little overestimated there. 911 views, 15 comments, and 37 likes. Alright, well that's enough gobbledygook for now. It's time to start this motherfucking stream. It's probably going to be short because I'm tired. Hopefully I can get through the court case relatively quick and we can do the investigation pretty fast as well. Gonna mute it real quick just so I can get the game set up. Now would be the time to grab your popcorn, your drinks, run to the bathroom if you have to. I got a Mountain Dew and a water with me. And let's get this shit rolling! Don't go anywhere. Alright. Does everything look and sound fine? Do I sound fine? Is the game too loud? Is the game too quiet? I don't know. I've been messing with my stream settings a lot recently. Where this don't go? So I'm pretty sure that means I'll be made today. Dude, just like ride a boulder like SpongeBob, bro. Alright, everything sounds good? Bet. Turnabout Samurai Trial. Let's go. I like how Maya just hangs out with us now forever.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Is that the voice I gave him? I remember it's deep.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defense, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in the Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed the heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will, with all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I call for a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand.
Alright, hold on, chat. Alright, sorry about that.
Detective, would you briefly describe this case to the court?
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to Studio 2. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that is the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. That's where the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went on to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Jump ahead to later that day, at 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest until the murder weapon. It was the murder weapon, my fault. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Huh. Should I listen to the whole thing again? Absolutely fucking not. I think I can probably remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval.
Alright, so we have the murder weapon.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And the question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call the security officer to the stand.
Wow, I don't even get to press Gumshoe at all? Wow, okay. I guess he didn't really say anything, he just declared what happened.
Will the witness declare her name?
Huh? Huh? Oh, my! Aren't you a handsome fella? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie. No need to be embarrassed. You can just call me Grandma.
Okay. Your name, please.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. It's pretty silly. When I was young, Oldbag was really just my name, dearie, so they're still trying to make fun of me just because you can believe it. But there was this boy that kept at the chest in junior club. He called me the Oldbag because he used to...
Objection! Objection! I object. The witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I'm just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
The gnat is back. I'm gonna kill this son of a bitch. Hold on. He's on my monitor. Piss off.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you?
Huh. You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag. Damn, Phoenix. Roast her ass. Huh. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Why is she becoming more and more southern? Hold on. Oh, dearie, you can just call me Grandma. Anyway, it was around 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder weapon happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he's heading towards the studio.
Why is she just... I can't keep her voice. She's becoming southern.
Oh, dearie, call me Grandma.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor? Alright, on the day of the murder, I arrived at 1 p.m. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to go into the studio could. That's valid.
Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee key card to get in.
Right, the key card that I have. So, what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in.
Was anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station?
Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through.
A run-through? You're cackling. Is it that good or that bad?
They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon. They were supposed to work that afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing? Talk about a laid-back hero.
If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon?
Well, I had some errands to run in the morning.
Like what? What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job!
I'm not your boss. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watched Hammer's run-throughs always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to steal the Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyways, around 1 p.m. Ugh. Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone back to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
I was at the main gate until 5.
So you were watching the whole time, no breaks, not even for a second?
Of course! I'm a professional, you know! Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
No, it's just... I've seen you eat those donuts on the guard station yesterday.
I can once again eat donuts at the same time! Whippersnapper!
Snapper? Whapper? Or Snipper Whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection?
So the witness was on duty through the afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see?
Now, the murder happened at 2:30. How did you know that? Ho, ho, ho. I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I've had him some donuts. He talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe. Getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by at 2 p.m.? Your shirt. Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really? You should not try to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now. Don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers. That man right there. He was heading towards the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, now this is your chance. Yeah, it's time to pull out my secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. It's the photo. Let me get this straight, old bag. Mrs. Old bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag! Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder.
True. Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness.
He's having trouble in calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Humph! Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Even Edgeworth is surprised?
The prosecution would like to ask the old... the witness... Please make known the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed of all yourselves. All of you! Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective.
Oh, shit. Clicked out the game.
He told me this isn't any good evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look!
Wow. Old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear your proof, then.
The man in the photo.
I never say anything. I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props and it was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You see him dragging his leg? See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
What do you mean dragging his leg?
So he had a sprained ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her till she squeals. Oh no, where's my Mountain Dew? My throat's starting to hurt already. Wait, what the fuck happened?
Whippersnapper!
Dude, Mountain Dew burns so good. Oh, my eyes are watering. Hey! I haven't even said anything yet.
I'll have you know, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said, you said I always want to put things on.
Mr. Wright, please, for all of our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match.
That morning, during the run-through of an action scene.
Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
That's wrong! The assistant was there, you dumb broad.
What exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant? Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, she was off moving backgrounds and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then. Saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think, he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped him make it better.
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over this part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up a backdrop, I think. She didn't know anything about Powers' ankle.
Huh.
You may continue your testimony.
You broke one of the props. Nope, go back. He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. Better write this down on the court record.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room and rested up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot, okay.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking through it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important.
The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes.
And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right.
Are you sure, Your Honor?
Object, obviously.
Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can you see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility, too.
Thank you, Floyd, for the 200 biddies. Thank you. That's incredibly kind. Thank you.
Then allow me to remove any doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice.
Okay. His death was 2:30.
The only person I saw go through the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. Even if they had, I would have seen them.
That's not inherently true.
So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination with the witness.
Okay. How did you know that? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. See, Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts.
The only person I saw go to the studio then was Will Power. Wait. Okay, so it's just these 4 tiny sentences. Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 p.m.? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Huh, not to mention...
If they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure? Objection! The witness has answered that question. Anyone going to the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. Huh, you let him have him, edgy boy.
Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbag has a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Okay. The only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. What do we press her on? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. That was my fault. I didn't mean to do that. No one else went there. Someone from Studio 2 could have gone. Shit. If they had, I would have seen them. The only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. The time before Hammer's death was at 2:30, true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Alright, what part of the puzzle am I missing here, chat? The only person I saw go to the studio before... before 1 p.m. while everyone else was in the employee area before them. And I locked the main gate so no one else could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Me no smart, sorry. No, you're fine. What am I missing? The only person I saw go before there was Will Powers. Can't I present people? Isn't that a thing I can do? Or can I only present evidence? I guess I can only present evidence. That might be in the second game where you can present people. The time before Hammer's death was at 2:30, true? Because I gave donuts to the end. And then, after some rubbish about his secret pal, found us for donuts. No one else was there. If they... Because I was thinking it would be like, oh, well, Studio 1 is here. Here's the main gate. Someone could have been hiding in Studio 2 and gone and killed him. But I guess that's not right. He's dragging one leg. Grant's entry into Studio 1. No one else went there. If they did, I would have seen them. Are you sure? Anyone going to the studio had to pass by the witness. The only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. It has to be that. The other person I saw go to the studios before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. Nope. I only have 2 more hearts left. Alright. Chat, we gotta have some sort of a consensus here. We have to do something. Okay, go over the evidence one more time. Okay. Valid. So we have my badge. This is just in my item inventory all the time. Time of death was at 10:15, or on October 15th at 2:30. Pierced through the chest. And then she claims everybody was here. And then before 1 p.m., guy went through the gate into here. And then at 1 p.m., she was here. And at 2:30, he died over here because the Steel Samurai came through here at 2. So we got that. We have a key card for employees that grants... He's dragging one leg, October... It was photo number 2. There was a photo taken before that. I remember that now from last week. Hold on! Look at this photograph one more time. The photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a photo?
And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Motherfucker went, aha. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data that day.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
The very computer printed out this photo, noted on the back that the photo was taken with the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know it means that it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny.
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo for that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really is the only photo?
Well, photo number 1 is going to be Jack Hammer, right?
What does it solve?
Order. Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually,
That's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of those photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access to the security lady herself.
Huh? The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes. That would seem to mean...
Can the witness explain this to the court?
Ahem. I don't understand these fangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter? Miss Oldbag?
Aha! That's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
The other person.
Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have what other important jobs to do. I go through the photos recorded by the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination.
Well, I say this took an unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
The other person. I mean, it's Jack, right? Because why wouldn't the computer take a photo of Jack? Other job?
Huh, that's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos the security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Huh, well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. I throw out old photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see?
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
Oh, shit. Clicked on the game.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it,
I remember throwing out a photo that day. Oh, shit.
Well, who the heck was in the photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging out. One was there the other day.
Wait a second. Did you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one else could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids?
So, on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?!
Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass through the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai, dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in the 2nd or 3rd grade.
Well, oh yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in the 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recession. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Hold on, gotta take a sip of my drink. Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Wait, what was the voice I gave him?
Yes. It was all for the children.
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So, who was the Steel Samurai in the security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal the Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good.
Uh,
You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
you don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick. It's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy, roughly 10 years of age. The photos we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that the court will not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was the person other than Mr. Powers who could have committed the murder?
Who do we pick, chat? We only got 2 picks and we lose. I don't think it's the assistant. I kind of want to say the grade school boy because the spear was snapped in half, meaning that a toddler could wield it. But what are we thinking, chat? Alright, we got 1 vote for the boy.